Welcome to Let's Talk About Life. Dismissed when pain speaks and nobody listens. Hi, Claire. Welcome, Karen. Hope is chronic. Hello. I'm just trying to sort my camera out. It's done that thing again like it did the other week. And ta-da! Midlife prescription. Hello. Yay! There's a few of us here. We had a bit of a blip last week. The connection was terrible. So let me know if the connection's okay today. Hopefully it's much improved. I had to re-record this one and share it separately in an article all by myself. So it's much more fun to have people with me. Thanks for being here. This is the third live reading of the chapter from my book, which is newly available for pre-order, Migraine Root Reclaim Rise. And so let's start. You know me in my spaces, I like to open the space by lighting candles, settling in, fully arriving with a lovely settling in meditation. I don't know, 40 or 50 minutes or so. So I've tuned into the energy of this space. It's come out as a similar one for previous chapters actually, which is not a surprise to me. For the energetic kind of time, sometimes the same circle can be a similar and completely different one. The match has just gone out, so hi Char Wilkins, Osha. Sorry, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Hopefully it's one or the other. Hello. We're just about to light the candle. You're welcome to join me in the lighting. Otherwise, I will light it on all our behalfs. Oh, that's a big flame. So the first one was for peace. The second one with the huge flame was for love. And the third one, oh, it's come out as the biggest. Can you see that there? Understanding. Peace, love, understanding. Now let's take a few moments to more fully and more deeply arrive. Or if you prefer, you can just find a spot in front of you and just take a gentle gaze to that area ahead of you, on the floor or on the wall, something like that. And let's connect with our breath. With presence, maybe for the first time today, maybe even this week. Let's finding our breath and gently meeting it where it's at. In this practice, we're not looking to breathe a certain way. There is actually really no even as we're breathing in this moment. So we can rest safe in the knowledge that how we're breathing is how we're meant to be breathing. And perhaps meeting it for the first time, just noticing softly how you are breathing, whether you're breathing in through your nose or in through your mouth. Like I say, there's no right way or wrong way. There's only the way that we're breathing in this moment. And again, gently noticing whether you're breathing out through your nose or your mouth. Could be either or. And then when it comes to the rise and the fall on the torso, if you'd like to, I've got clothes on, I promise. Maybe I'll bring those up so we can see them. But you might placing one hand on my heart, one on my belly. If that feels good to you too, I'd invite you to your heart or one or the other. whichever feels most comfortable to you in this moment. And feeling the rise and fall of your breath. Noticing whether the rise and the fall is in the chest, in the belly. Mine's maybe a bit of both, so it might be both. Might be one or the other. Ourselves for how we're breathing or how we're showing up today. Always to show up as you are. And continuing to feel that gentle rise. And fall with your breath. Feeling that seat beneath you, all that support behind you if you're holding you, whether seated or lying down. And gently coming back into that space, into the space that you're in, the room that you're in, maybe with some gentle movement if that feels good to you. Oh, how are we arriving today? I was feeling really tired, but actually now I'm here, I'm feeling a little bit lighter and brighter. So I'm pleased about that. How are you feeling today? You're very welcome to reflect on it internally, make a note of it in your journal or pop it in the comments if you'd like to share. It'd be great to hear from you if that's something that you want to do, but equally we can make space for it all. We're here for it all. Just taking a drink of my electrolytes. Really enjoying them at the moment. That's not something I've been good. Definitely lagging and sleepy. Yes, I think we can all relate to that. Thanks, Karen. Thanks for sharing that. I know you'll have been I think you've been working today, if I remember rightly, with your beautiful view out in the Cumbrian waters, is it? Just on the edge of Cumbria. Been nice connecting with you over these live readings and hearing from you. So let's start with a reading of a poem I wrote. So it does feature earlier on in the book. So for those who might have been here for the reading of chapter 1, not that you needed to be, you don't need to be here for any or all of them. Dipping in and out as you choose and as your capacity and your availability. I did share the dedication to the book, that it is dedicated to all parts of ourselves, the parts of us that most need it. And that is followed by a poem that I wrote called I See You. Oh, thanks, Karen. Right back at you, sister. Oh, you are so lovely, she shares. Yes, I'll receive that. Love that. Thank you. I see you. I see you in all your humanness. I see you in your wholeness. I see parts of you longing to be heard, to be seen, to be witnessed and understood. I see you. I hear you. I witness you. I understand you. I believe you. We do not need validation from an outside source. We do not need recognition from another. I am here. I am with you. You are not alone. I wasn't failing to cope. I was being asked to listen. The first night my body spoke. When violent and agonizing attacks began in my late teens, a part of me knew that sleepless nights had something to do with it. There was also another part of me that refused to listen. Within a few years of sporadic attacks of this disabling nature, I realized I wasn't dying in the way unexpectedly on the back of the head at the age of 17, and the unimaginable moment I spoke. This was my first lesson in how pain can be present and still not count. Learning to doubt myself. That moment repeated itself for years in different forms. At first, I assumed the problem was me. I must not be explaining it properly. I must be exaggerating. I must be missing something obvious. I learned quietly and efficiently how to doubt myself. This is how dismissal reproduces itself. It teaches you to do the work for them. Before long, I no longer needed anyone else to question my experience. I was doing it myself. Silence and the normalization of suffering. When menstrual migraine began in my early 20s, I was taking the combined contraceptive pill. It's a mouthful, isn't it? It was the early noughties. Each month, I took a 7-day break from the pill. Mild attacks would start during the workday, building steadily throughout the afternoon. I would finish work, go straight home, lie in the dark, and get up the next morning once the pain had subsided. Then it would happen again and again until I resumed the pill. At every 6-month checkup, blood pressure taken, prescription reviewed, I mentioned this pattern. Each time I was told it couldn't be the pill. I endured this for 18 months before insisting on a change. Only then was the mini pill offered. Years later, it became widely known that the combined pill was linked to increased migraine attacks. At no point was this ever raised with me in subsequent appointments, even though I continued repeatedly to speak to migraine. What I didn't know then was that silence can be mistaken for consent. When prevention becomes punishment. A few years into taking the mini pill, I learned about the contraceptive implant. a small, flexible rod inserted under the skin of the upper arm. Long-lasting and highly reliable. It felt like a safer option